Welcome to the University of Washington Email Best Practices training session. After this short video, you will answer some questions about what you've learned. Let's get started. As a state agency, all information created or received by UW is a record, regardless of the physical format or the ownership of the device. This includes paper, emails, electronic documents, information on databases, social media, even text messages. UW employees are individually responsible for managing records they create or receive, including email. University records are subject to public records requests, audits, and litigation. Managing your email helps you get your work done more efficiently and enables you to find the information you need when you need it. With an organized mailbox, you'll spend less time searching and more time doing the work that's important. Records retention is determined by the content and purpose of the record, not the physical format. For example, a contract sent through email has the same retention as a contract printed on paper. To know how long you must keep an email, you need to identify its content and purpose. Your emails can be divided into two broad categories, transitory and substantive. Most of the emails that reach your inbox are transitory. These emails have temporary value, and you may delete them after you no longer need them for reference. You'd be surprised just how much of your email is transitory and can be deleted today. Do you have drafts that have been finalized? Have you sent a request to the help desk and received an automated notification? Have you answered a question with a generic response or a referral to a website? How about old meeting requests, newsletters, or announcements? Or emails you were CC'd on, but you found the message didn't really apply to you? You can delete all of these. Substantive emails are records that you are obligated to keep for a certain period of time. These types of emails have lasting administrative, fiscal, or legal value. Most of us have very few types of these emails in our mailboxes. Examples include approvals for purchases, hiring decisions, finalized reports, and policy and procedures. They also include emails that provide customized advice to students and financial records that are not stored in online systems such as Ariba. Keep in mind that if you receive or send substantive records as an attachment and the original document is stored on a network drive or a cloud drive, the email and the attachment are duplicates and can be deleted. The UW General Records Retention Schedule provides the retention periods for common records created and received by the UW. Go to this link or visit our website and click Find Retention in the menu to find the general schedule and your office's departmental schedule, if applicable. Now you know how to identify transitory and substantive emails. The next step is managing your inbox. It may seem daunting to have to identify and take action on each email, but you'll find that you can make decisions on many emails based on the sender and subject line alone. Is it a transitory email, an email that's past retention? Delete the email when you no longer need it for reference. Often we are sent emails that really should have gone to a colleague, a supervisor, or someone in a completely different department. Identify who should be the one to act on the email, forward or reply to the email, and then delete after the matter is resolved. Is the email going to take some time to address? Flag the message and respond when you have time. Can you respond to it in less than 2 minutes? Take care of it now. Keep the email if it is related to a project or process. If you're replying to a generic question or request, delete the email after you've answered. Once you've determined that you need to keep an email, what should you do with it? Luckily, the university's email clients allow you to file messages in folders. Here's a workflow for filing email. Create folders based on category and file new messages when you receive them. Search through your inbox and sent mail folders to find older messages that you need to keep and file them appropriately. When the emails inside a folder become inactive, meaning you are no longer using them for your work, or you've reached the retention start date, such as the end of the fiscal year or academic year, update the folder title with this date. For example, create a folder for each student that you advise. When they graduate, put that date in the folder title. Another example is creating a folder for each of your employees. When one separates, put the date in the folder title. In both of these examples, you can delete the whole folder when the retention is met. The university's email clients have tools that can help you automate this process. Use the above link to look up tutorials and tips. It may seem tempting to print out and keep important emails, but you shouldn't. Keep in mind that a printed email can't take the legal place of the original email. The digital email has something the printed copy doesn't: the metadata. That's the information encoded in the email. Believe it or not, when emails are subject to a public records request, an audit, or litigation, the requesting party is often looking for both the email message and the metadata. Court cases have been lost over missing metadata. It may also be tempting to export or archive your emails. However, when you do this, it means you have to find and manage your emails in another location. It's best to keep the emails in their original format and in your mailbox. You may be thinking, okay, I'll keep my emails in my mailbox. I'm not going to ever run out of storage space. Why do I need to delete them? It's true that you'll never run out of storage space. However, it's estimated that 1 gigabyte of email equals about 168 boxes of paper. Have you ever had 168 boxes of paper documents in your office? Would you want that? If you rely on your unlimited storage space and don't file and delete regularly, you may find yourself facing pressure if your emails suddenly become responsive to a public records request, audit, or litigation. If you need to find a particular email, searching through a large amount of emails that could have been deleted makes the search slower and that much more difficult. Speaking of responsive emails, public records requests, audits, and litigations happen every day at the UW. When deadlines aren't met and records aren't delivered in a timely manner, the fines add up. You don't want to be the one who causes a deadline to be missed because you can't locate the emails. In 1994, UW argued in a court case that research records, including emails, were exempt under the Public Records Act. The Washington State Supreme Court ruled that emails are records and must be released. UW was fined $1 million. In 1998, the Washington State Department of Corrections paid out $750,000 in fines for not releasing records in their original electronic format. And in 2013, UW was fined $1 million for not releasing records in a timely manner. If you are a manager, there are several ways you can help your office meet your record-keeping responsibilities. Incorporate records management into office policy and procedure. Establish guidelines for managing email, where to store electronic documents, and ensure that your office members know where to find records retention schedules. Include an item on your new employee checklist to orient them to their records responsibilities and the UW's email policy. Schedule an annual or quarterly cleanup day where your employees can take time to go through their paper and electronic records. Consider using a shared office email address to use for signing up for services and to receive email from the public and other departments. When an employee leaves your department, the records that they created and received still need to be managed. Establish offboarding procedures to ensure that this process goes as smoothly as possible. Prior to separation, the employee is responsible for reviewing their own mailbox and purging transitory emails and emails that have met their retention. Substantive emails that need to be retained should be transferred to their supervisor or the appropriate colleague before their account is deleted. If the employee fails to delete and transfer their emails before they separate, their manager assumes responsibility for the records. We've come to the end of this training session. You've learned that managing your email is your responsibility as a UW employee and an important part of your day-to-day work. Spend just 15 minutes a day addressing your inbox. Delete transitory emails and emails that have met their retention. File your substantive emails into folders. Explore your email client's automatic filing and flagging options. Going forward, try and manage your emails as you send and receive them. Remember that Records Management Services is here to help. To learn more about how to manage your email, visit our website or send us an email.